Hey everybody, welcome to the Module 2. We're going to go over the assignment that you're going to be completing in this module. So if you go to Module 2, you'll have looked through your resources, and you have two assignments this week. So we're going to look at this first one, determining source credibility. So when you click on this, you're going to go to the guidelines and rubric, and you're going to basically be using your STEM issue that you used in your project, so the one from Module 1. And you're going to be still using the sources that you located in Module 1, so the 5 sources that you located. So this is kind of like the template that you use, which is down here. So when we open that template, excuse me, there we go. So you should see, it's a Word document, and just like before with Module 1, you just take out the things that are in brackets and put in your information. So I gave you guys this as an example, and you're going to list what your issue is. So just like before, my issue is fracking. I took that first source from Module 1 and put it here in APA format, and then I started answering the questions. So it says, describe your initial reaction, explain whether the source is likely to present accurate, reliable information, explain whether the information is credible, describe the original source, and then there's a conclusion about why the source is or is not appropriate. And then you're going to repeat all of these same steps for the next 2 sources that you have. So whenever you're looking at determining if a source is credible or not, this is where using your resources can help you. So this is talking about biases. Like this video is really good, and this one too for the Module 2 assignment, but this one is really good for the first assignment. And then if you go into the guide, this is going to give you the information about determining if a source is credible. These are the questions that you should use to help you answer the questions in here. So like explaining whether it's credible, use this guide right here. The accuracy and reliable is all about the SIFT method, which you learn about in here. And then why use different sources of information. The bias in the different sources of information is going to be really good for assignment 2. So if we go back and we look at your guideline, so it says describe your initial reaction, and then it has A, B, and C under it. I would answer those questions in your paper. Because for you to just say, my initial reaction is confusion, like that's not really answering, these questions. So when you're answering your overall question, you want to make sure that there's, meat to it, right? Like you're really going in depth. So like, for example, in my first one, right, I'm talking about my initial reaction was shock. I talked about what I previously knew about fracking wells, the concern that I had whenever I read this source. So you don't want to just have like single sentences here. So you can tell from like my example, there's, paragraphs of information. And so going back to, whoops, wrong one. Going into, whether it's accurate and reliable, answering these sub questions underneath are really helpful and will give you enough information that you'll score really well on the assignment. You can also use your rubric as a checklist. So hopefully that helps. Let me know if you have any questions. Definitely you can use my instructor example you know, as like a template as well to kind of see like, okay, does mine look similar, you know, to the instructors? But yeah, let me know if you have questions.